Hi foodie friends, my name is Jessica Ann with Savory Experiments and my sauce recipes, and today we are making my favorite crab cake sauce. But before we get started, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, do all the things so I know you're out there. I love hearing from our readers and fellow foodie friends. If you aren't familiar with me, I live in Maryland. I've been here for over 2 decades, and if there is something that Maryland does, it is crab cakes. There are a lot of different ways to eat them. I personally enjoy mine with a little spritz of lemon, but a nice crab cake sauce is always fun to add to the table. And today we are going to be serving them with crab balls, more of a crab cake appetizer than a formal meal. The base of a crab cake sauce is generally mayonnaise. If you are super opposed to mayonnaise, you can do a mix of sour cream and plain Greek yogurt, but mayo gives a really rich, thick base for all of the other things to come together. So I have a half a cup of mayonnaise in my mini food processor. This is my most favorite kitchen utensil. It's about 40 bucks on Amazon. I highly recommend getting one. 2 tablespoons of white vinegar. 2 tablespoons of ketchup. This gives it that pink rosy color. I'm dripping all over the place. And about a tablespoon of fresh lemon juice. Please use fresh here. The moment that lemons are juiced, they start losing their fresh lemony citrus flavor. So if you get it in a jar from a concentrate, it isn't going to be nearly as bright and poppy as a fresh lemon is. In fact, I have a lemon tree in my kitchen, so I always have fresh lemons. 1 tablespoon is about 1 lemon, give or take a little bit. This sauce isn't fussy, so if you have a little bit more, a little bit less, don't worry about it. I am going to use a couple of capers, literally a couple of capers. I am not a huge fan of pickles in my crab cake sauce, so to get the nice briny flavor and texture, I go for a couple of capers. Balancing it out, this is the secret ingredient, honey. We've got a lot of rich, savory and briny, salty things going on here. This honey is going to give it a little sweet after flavor, but also bring it all together and help it stabilize. Okay, other flavors, half a teaspoon of garlic powder, half a teaspoon of onion powder. Yes, I just cross-mix those, don't judge me. They usually get used together anyway. Why doesn't somebody just make up a mix of onion and paprika? Well, like this. There we go. Okay, put it back in there, it's fine. Fine. And lastly, coarse kosher salt. Say that 5 times fast. It's about a half a teaspoon. I'm eyeballing that there. Okay. Put the lid on, hold it down nice and tight. At some point I do take off the lid and get around the edges here. As you can see, some of that mayonnaise kind of sticks. The mixture right now is a little loose. As you can see, it's kind of liquidy. That's fine. We're gonna put it in the fridge before we serve it, and as it chills, it'll start to thicken up a little bit more. Making a symphony. My children don't find me funny at all. It's all good. It's all good. And there we go. The perfect pink rosy crab cake sauce. Pop this into the fridge for at least 30 minutes. It helps all those flavors come together so you don't have individual ones you can piece out. They really marry better. I like it cold better than hot anyway, and it'll thicken up. From my kitchen to yours, have a spicy day.